to talk about the Sens in a second, but first, McDavid Draisaitl both record 3+ points in the same game for the 43rd time in their careers. How about Gretzky and Curry with 99, doing it 99 times?
Seems appropriate.
That is incredible. Let's start with the Sens, though, Frankie. They are winless in 3 straight. You talked a lot about defensive gaffes. Is that specifically what you pin their struggles on?
For sure, especially in this game. It was like there was a lack of focus defensively from a bunch of players that know better. And that's the thing. It's not like it wasn't your third pair guys. It wasn't your fourth line guys. It was the guys that you need to rely on. And because of that, the Ottawa Senators look very different than the team that beat Boston on a Saturday night where they don't give up any shots in the third period. Then they go into Toronto and beat up on the Maple Leafs. And, it starts early in the game. Thomas Chabot gets walked by Evan Bouchard. And then, Jake Sanderson is a very good defenseman. It almost feels like at times he might be trying to do a little too much. That's Connor McDavid right there. You have to take that stick. And listen, play hard. There's going to be penalties that come with that. But then you can't compound it. And Claude Giroux tries to win a faceoff with his hand, leads to the 5-on-3. Well, that's all the Edmonton Oilers need from there. You give those guys a 5-on-3, chances are they're going to score. And then Jake Sanderson, again, trying to get ahead of things, leaves Leon Draisaitl in behind him, and that's the game. It's over at that point. So those are the guys that play a lot. Those are the guys you need to rely on. And in a game where you needed a win and you knew the Oilers were coming in and they were hungry and they had the big boys playing together, you can't have those lapses, that lack of focus defensively, and ultimately, that's what they had in this game.
You mentioned the big boys playing together. Chris Knobloch puts Draisaitl and McDavid back together after the team had really looked listless for a couple of games. But how long should he keep these two together?
Okay, it's gonna depend on who you're playing, like how you want to structure your lineup. But for the time being, why not keep them together for a little bit longer? Like coming into this game, the Oilers were on the outside looking in of a playoff spot. And the landscape in the Pacific Division is going to be changing. But if you keep them together a little while longer, you can try and make up some ground. And then once you make up some ground, you can create a little bit of separation. Like, this is going to work. And you're going to play against some teams that just do not have the capacity to shut these two guys down together. So if you're looking to make a move in the Pacific Division, you're going to have some games coming up that are tougher, some that are easier. Keep these guys together and force other teams to try and match that, which not a lot of teams can do. Yes, I know you're sacrificing some balance lower in the lineup, but so be it at this point. You want to make moves, you want to accumulate points, and then eventually create some separation. Keeping these guys together for the time being might be the way to do it, and hopefully some other guys can figure out some offense lower in the lineup.
Edmonton hosting Minnesota on Thursday.